Full-time traders or profitable traders who are looking to start their own hedge funds, even emerging hedge fund managers, they need to understand how they can actually build and create the internal structure inside their own hedge funds so they can actually get ahead than most of the players in the industry or in the arena. Because of that, I have already created this video because I will show you how to start a hedge fund from scratch. Why 2026 is different to start a hedge fund, what you need to understand, what you need to avoid, what you need to do build on as a full-time trader or emerging hedge fund manager. Quick intro about me, my name is Ziad Selo. I have done over 2,000 calls with hedge fund managers, emerging hedge fund managers, and essential players. I have already partnered up with $1 billion hedge funds, and I have already worked with well-known names in the space. I have already documented over 50 calls on my own YouTube channels, 50 something. You can absolutely take a look on that and you will gain something from the calls if you would like to. However, today's video, you will understand what you need to have in the place in order to create a hedge fund from scratch. So let's get into it directly. You need to take some notes in order to take the must of today's video. Otherwise, you will just spend your own limited lifetime on going nowhere, okay? So why 2026 is different? Legal formation is easy, raising capital is hard. It's not only hard, it's very hard. I have already seen veterans who hasn't raised capital in multiple years, but at the same time, I have already seen 26 years old hedge fund manager who could actually raise 40 million for his own hedge fund. You can absolutely take a look at our own call on the YouTube channel, you will also find it out. So it's absolutely achievable, it's absolutely doable, but it depends on the structure that you currently have from your own current stage. Allocators demand operational readiness, clean structure, and narrative clarity. I will explain more on that later on, but now you don't need to focus on that because that is very advanced. Now we will focus only on what a hedge fund actually is, because that's the biggest question maybe. You got pool of capital managed by you, trading public markets, FX, equities, crypto futures, options, similar structure to venture capitals and to real estate funds and to other funds or other business models that are relevant to them. So different asset class and liquidity. So easily, so I will just explain that to you in like one line. If you have already seen real estate funds, so what they are doing with the real estate funds. If you know Grant Cardone, he got a real estate fund, correct? So what he's doing, he collecting investment from investors who would like to take or who would like to generate performance on their own investment each year, and he's sending the performance each month to them. That's exactly his own structure, correct? He built his own structure on the distributions, on how he will actually give the money back to the investors, correct? So now we have the same exact business model right here as a hedge fund manager. You will do the exact same thing. You will also collect investment from investors or LPS. And what LPS it means, I will tell you right here during the video so you will understand what LPS it means. It means limited partner. I will go into it later on. So you will collect investment from LPS investors and you will invest them in the financial industry. And today, it may be that you have a profitable strategy that will actually generate to you performance each year. So you will get performance from them, from these investments that you have already invested into the financial industry, and you will give them back the percent of profitability that you have already discussed about with them and that you have already promised them that you will give back. That's the whole main thing, correct? So it's pool of money, pool of capital, managed by you, okay? Trading public market FX, equities, crypto futures, options. So you can trade in one of these, correct? Similar structure to real estate funds, venture capital, etc., and different assets. The main difference is the structure on how you will give them the distributions, which is the performance when you would do that, okay? And the second one, the risk that you currently have with your own trading strategy or with your own profitable investment strategy. You understand? I hope it was clear. So now you will need to understand the core structure, okay? The core structure is the next. Limited partnerships found General partner control the fund, receive carry. I will also explain to you what carry means in a few minutes. Management company, investment advisor where salaries and fees live. Prime broker executes trades, holds assets, provides leverage. Okay, so now you need to understand that you will be a GB. You will be a general partner. Okay, general partner is the one who will actually control the fund and receive the payment from the investments that you are managing, correct? So you will be called for a GB, general partner. Okay, so you will have limited partners, which they are called for LPS. Okay, and they will give you the investments, they will give you the money, the capital to invest with you through your own profitable strategies that you have already promised them that you will actually generate profit on. Correct? You understand? So that's exactly what you need to focus on. Okay, everything else is very easy to understand. So you need only to understand who would be the general partner and who would be the LBS. General partner, GB, LBS, limited partners, the investors, GB, it would be you as a trader or as a portfolio manager. Okay, so focus on that so you will understand the rest. So documents, so you need to understand which documents that you need to have, because that's what you have for questions right now. So first you need to have the first one, limited partnership agreements, and the second one you need to have the BPM, private placement, that you need to have. So that's exactly what you need to have for documents as a hedge fund manager. So what that means, what this structure would actually be on, this defines the rules, strategy, fees, lockups period, redemption, and the long-term solutions if the crisis will happen for the fund. Okay, so that's what it would be. So that's what you need to focus on if you are looking to create or build a hedge fund. You need to have these documents, otherwise you will never raise capital from investors or LPS. Okay, but now you will tell me how much it will cost me to actually have these documents. It will be costly. It will not be easy to have this type of documents. It will cost you around like 50-60k to have this type of documents, but there are also another structure, another business model that you can have in the beginning, like a mini fund, to actually build your own reputation and to get the momentum. And with that time, you can convert it to a regulated hedge fund. Okay, but you need to have these documents, otherwise you can't raise capital if you don't have these documents. You need to have that. Okay, so now I have already mentioned to you that you will have a mini fund, correct? So if you are looking to start with a mini fund in the beginning and you don't have the investment, the capital that you need to have in order to go with a regulated hedge fund to buy for the documents, so you can go with hedge fund incubator. Okay, we'd call it for mini fund, correct? The same structure, but it would be different in some angles. I will show you what it means. So why it call it for hedge fund incubator? I will tell you, cheaper alternative to full launch. So it's absolutely cheaper. That's why it exists. Early backers join GB instead of becoming LBS. Okay, so you need to understand in the beginning, if you have a hedge fund incubator, you will have early backers join HB, general partners, instead of becoming LBS. Okay, so you will not have LBS directly as a regulated hedge fund, but you will have them as a GB. So they can actually take commission or take percentage of the ownership of your own hedge fund incubator. Do you understand? I hope it was clear. So that's how they are making money. So they will have a percentage of the hedge fund incubator that you are currently running, okay? At the same time, they will invest with you so that you can keep running the hedge fund incubator and you can keep generating cash flow. Do you understand? I hope it was clear. If you need help with more details on how you can do that and how you can get more details on that, you can send me a DM on Instagram. I would be happy to help. And so at this time, when you have a hedge fund incubator, you will build audited performance professionally, correct? That's what you will build, correct? And you will convert later into full GBLB structure, which is the fully structure of the regulated hedge fund, correct? But at this stage, you will only have GB, you will not have LBS, okay? And the GB, they can take ownerships of the business model that you currently have, which is the hedge fund incubator. And they can invest their own money with you as an investment, but they can take ownership of the hedge fund incubator. So that's how they can actually be safe. Do you understand? I hope it was clear. So now, if you go with this alternative, it will cost you way less to have the documents and to have everything that I have already mentioned to you, because you don't need to have the agreements, LBI agreements, and you don't need to have the BPM agreement anymore. Okay? So that's what you need actually to have in the mind. Okay? So why you will go with that? Because now you will start to build your own performance, or you will start to build your own track record, and now you will start to get more cash flow, and you will start to understand the game and gain some skin in the game. You understand? So not everyone going with that, but if you are a profitable trader or full-time trader, so I would recommend to you to go with regulated hedge fund. But if you don't have a lot of capital and you look actually to see how things look like, so you can actually go with hedge fund incubator. Okay, so now we had actually to go to this part before this part, but it doesn't matter. Now you need to understand, many first-time managers can qualify as exempt reporting advisor. Okay, so that's what you need also to focus on. It's not like a big thing because this is a legal thing. It's not like you need to focus on that in the beginning. You need only to figure it out on which business model that you will go to. And you need also to understand the fundamentals. But let's say that you will understand the licensing reality. So the first-time managers can qualify as exempt reporting advisor. Okay, prime brokers hold many required trading license. Always consult legal short disclaimer. Okay, so what I can tell you on that is, in the beginning, you will be qualified to be an exempt reporting advisor. Okay, that's what you would be called as, and you will have a license as an exempt reporting advisor. So that's what you can be called for. With that time, after you have already been in the industry for over 5 years, you can be prime brokers. That will never matter if you don't understand how you can raise capital and how you can launch your own hedge fund and how you can get investment commitment. So don't focus on that because you will only be like overwhelmed. I'm not saying that is not important, absolutely important, very crucial. In the beginning, you need actually to figure it out on how you can raise capital and to actually get investment commitments, because most of the hedge fund managers, they can't actually figure it out this part, which is to raise capital and to maintain capital and to get the re-ups and to increase the revenue and to scale up the management aggressively, massively, and constantly. But what you need to focus on if you are looking to launch your own hedge fund right now, so 4 steps, that's what you need to focus on. Firstly, you need to have your own edge. Prove you have real asymmetric risk and return. But what that means, I will explain to you before the end of the video. Frame, you need also to decide fees, lockup periods, liquidity, investor profile before legal. You need also to test with investors, get variable commitments and let them poke holes. At the same time, legal, formalized structure only after validations. Okay, so what you need to focus on, I will give you right here, right away. Okay, so firstly, you need to understand what's your own edge. Okay, so if you will tell the investors, LBS, that your own edge, that you are generating 33% on the performance, that will never matter for them, because an AI can generate actually way more performance than you. But what you need to focus instead is the next. You need to position your own self early on as an essential partner in the industry. Okay, so you need to do everything that will actually lift up your own brand to get to where you want to get up to. That it could be that you will partner up with other partners that will actually give you the credibility and establishment in the industry to get to where you want to get up to in shorter time. Because it's all about the credibility and the positioning that you currently have. Once you have already built that, you will get the edge. Okay, so age, it will not be your own performance, it will be your own credibility and positioning in the industry, and who you have already partnered up with, who is your own team members, what you have already done before, how can you show that, can you show proofs that you are the one you are the ones that you are talking, or you are speaking, or you are presenting that you are. That will actually make sense for any investor to invest into you. BlackRock, you're investing into BlackRock because you know BlackRock, correct? You don't know about their own return. It will never matter for you, even if they generate only 10% return. It will never matter because you are investing into their own name, into who they are, and that's what you have already been sold for, or that's what you have already been sold to. Correct? That's exactly what you need also to build in the financial industry. How you can build that, how you can actually craft that, how you can actually establish that, you can send me a DM on Instagram if you would like to, and if you have the structure, if you have what it needs to, so I will be committed for your own success. Now, what you need also to focus on is frame. What you need to focus on is next. Decide the fee structure that you currently have. It's like you will go with 1% management fee, 20% on the performance, or is it like you will go 20, you will go 2% management fee, 20% performance. Like you will have 0 management fee, or you will go with 20% performance. I haven't explained that to you. I will do that in the next few videos. You need also to decide which type of fee structure that you will have. Okay, that it will be absolutely the first step that you need actually to have. Lockup period. So when the investor, they can actually withdraw the money. Do you have any time frame on that? How things look out for that? So you need also to focus on it. Okay, liquidity. Do you have any structure on the liquidity inside the hedge fund? Investor profile before legal. So what the ideal investor profile that you will go after? Do you have any ideal investor profile that you will go after? Is it like you will go to anyone and everyone? It's like you will go to the family office in the beginning, but I don't recommend to. If you don't have 10 million in the management, you will go to ultra high net worth individuals, family and friends in the beginning, and then with the time you will do the transaction to ultra high net worth individuals, and you will start to actually go to small family offices, and you will start to get into the next lines step by step. If you want to understand more about the structure, about how you can do that, you can send me a DM on Instagram, and I can take a look on what you currently have. And you need also to understand the game. You need also to understand and test the game before you can actually go fully into the game, correct? So you need also to understand how you can manage the portfolio management for others, how you can communicate with LPS, how you can communicate with investors, how you can speak with them, how you can convert them, how you will increase the lifetime value, the LTV, how you will maintain capital, and how you will make them to reduce their re-ups, or force them to do their re-ups. So that's what you need also to understand, and it's not like an easy thing to understand, because right now you are entering a completely different business model that you haven't entered before, a complex one that you haven't seen before. You see that on the movies, you see that on videos, and you are interested of that because it sounds how it looks very interesting, but you don't understand the structure inside it. It's absolutely stressful business model. It's absolutely not easy. It's absolutely not like a quick thing to do. Okay, and if you want to stay a trader, you can absolutely stay a trader. But if you are looking to build your own hedge fund, so you need also to adapt to this mentality. I don't know everything, and I need actually to gain everything from the others who got what I want to get up to. So you need to also leverage other skills to your own advantage, so you can absolutely go to where you want to get up to in short time. So you need to focus on that. Okay, so you need to focus on your own edge. I have already mentioned to you what it would be, the frames that you need also to focus on, the structure internally, what it would be, and you need also to test with investors on how you can speak with investors, how you can convert them, and what the time frames that you currently have from the first touch with the investors until you're closing in the investors. And that it will actually take you a lot to understand, because I have already seen hedge fund managers with long time frame on how they are closing the deals, on how they are closing the investment commitments with investors. It takes them a lot of time, and it will absolutely be the same all the time if you don't understand how you can actually get interest from the right qualified LPS and investors, and convert the interest and maintain the interest. More than that, if you would like to understand how you can also do that for your own stage, and if you are profitable and you have the structure and you have what it takes, you can send me a DM on Instagram. I would be happy to help. You will find the link in the description below. More than that, I will see you tomorrow. Bye.